The green flag waves at Barcelona. Topinka still down the inside. Dixon tucks behind. 3 wide at some parts of the circuit. Coming into turn 1. They're all battling for position. Further back, Priatko's losing out. He's lost out to Hewlett and he's gone wide as well. We're seeing some dust in the background, but no debris. And that's Rebecci going wide. That's a chance for Merlino to come in now. And Merlino, unfortunately, just couldn't make it. Now he's under attack from Ostricharts. And there seems to be lots of action further back. But is that Dixon ahead of Topinka? Dixon in P1. Dixon's managed to overtake Topinka for P1. Our new race leader. This is something we haven't seen all season long. Now the question is, will he stay ahead? Or will Topinka take back his lead? Dixon's just disappeared. Dixon then seems to have left. I don't know where Dixon is. Dixon has completely disappeared off the leaderboard. Yeah, that looks like Dixon has disconnected or something. Dixon, who was P1, drops out of the race to give Topinka the lead. And that is not good news. Hewlett 0.3 seconds off of Topinka for the race lead. And that is really unfortunate for Dixon. What has happened? Further down, Woodkit P14. Looking for a move on Keldogneto at some point, but he's coming under an attack from Oliveira now in that white and blue Ferrari. Both new liveries we've seen, as everyone hits the gravel there on the exit. And Oliveira having to get defensive. Oh, and that's Woodkit wide and Oliveira down the inside. Oliveira gets by on the hairpin. Looks like Woodkit outbroke himself into turn 10. Unfortunate for Woodkit. He's dropping down the order. He's dropped 1 position. Oliveira up 10 positions overall. Brum, there's a massive battle here for P20. Brum in the Porsche. And we've got Zaniewski, Brum, Divitini and Maris. Maris up ahead in the Aston Martin. Oh, and that's Brum falling behind by the looks of it. He's lost a place to Maris. So Maris and Zaniewski in the Aston Martins. And that's Maris in the red Aston Martin. I need to make a position on Zaniewski. This pack down in P20. And Divitini's just fallen behind. We just about caught the action right at the start, but here is Maris's opportunity down the inside into turn 9, Kampser, and it looks like he's made it stick. Now Zaniewski is under pressure from Brum, but Brum is not the one who should be worrying about. Oh, and there's contact. There's cars all over the hairpin. And that's Brum up a position, Zaniewski down 2. And right in the middle of that is Divitini, the Pro-Am driver, gaining 3 positions. He's up into P20 now. All sorts of things happening there at turn 10. Meanwhile, Chard, seems to be a huge battle here. Chard, Eck and Merlino. Looks like Eck managed to get ahead of Chard. And there Chard goes down into turns 13, leading up to 14 and 15. That was a very opportunistic move down there. Don't see many of those. Down into turn 13, Europe car. You can see Merlino now going into the pits. Rebecci up in P4, looking to take P3 away from Priatko. is for the final podium position overall. Here's Rebecci around the outside. They have an jostle, and he's down the inside into the final corner. There's most definitely contact as they come onto the straight. And that's Rebecci up into P3, but he's still not got the move done. Coming down the pit straight, they're side by side coming into turn 1. And Priadko looks like he's had a slightly better exit. Who breaks the latest into turn 1? They're still side by side, and it's Priadko who moves ahead. Priadko barely holding on to his position, and Rebecci says, I want to get past, because Ostrichat is starting to catch up now. P4 now, 0.2. We're back right where we came to start looking at these two. Oh, and there he goes, the dive down the inside again. Oh, and there's contact! That's Priadko spun out, and Ostrichat gains a position. And that's Priadko losing place after place after place. Now down into P8. That's gone terribly wrong for Priadko again. As well as Bubbins. But we are currently following Chad. He's looking to make a move on Morris, but this is coming into turn 10. Here's the dive, and he's flashing his headlights. He wants to work together. Or he just knows he's faster. But this is Morris with the switchback. Still around the outside. Potential contact there. And Morris needs to watch out for Eck now, who's just behind waiting to make a move. And Morris down to P5 now. Let's have a look at Priadko, Merlino and Ostrichat now. This is the battle for P7. All three of these drivers have pitted. So Ostrichat then managed to get ahead. Oh, and there's contact! And there's huge! There's a huge coming together there at 10-4. And that's Ostrichat and Merlino both off the track. What has happened? Very unfortunate circumstances for the BMW and the Porsche driver. Lowest placing pro driver. Meanwhile, Hearn's making moves on Merlino. The two Porsches are going to have a battle. You can see Merlino taking a lot of curb. This is Hearn's chance down the straight. He'll get the job done before they even hit the apex, I bet. And yes, it's got way more speed coming past the pits. This is for P8 now. The two pro drivers. And Hearn is making moves. He's up 23 positions from where he started. This is a man on a mission. But Merlino is not necessarily giving up his position that easily. This side by side coming into turn 4, Repsol. And there's a close battle here between Merlino and Hearn. I think there's some contact there. And it's Merlino back up into P8. And Merlino says, you're not coming past now. Hearn then struggling to get up into P8. And we're back to Hearn and Merlino down into turn 1. This is Merlino going the outside line, and that's Hearn down into, up into P8. Oh, there's contact! Hearn and Merlino come together at turn 2. That has gone awfully wrong for both drivers. Almost alongside each other, coming through Seat, and now into Worth turn 7 and 8. And here's Chad down the inside. Whoa, and that's a very interesting place to overtake. We haven't seen any moves there until now. Chad up into P4. You can see they're going all over the place, and Priadko says, give me my position back. He's flashing his headlights. That's Priadko with a late move into turn 1. Big lunge, but he's out of shape. Oh, and barely keeps it out of Chad, and that's Morris pulling alongside now. Round turn 3, round the outside. 0.5 and 0.3 and 0.2. Here's Rodriguez around the outside of Pfeiffer, but they've both taken a wide line. And Rodriguez down the inside now into turn 4. Will he maintain it? He's taking a very narrow line. He's not taking any chances with Pfeiffer. He's lost it slightly. A little wiggle through there. Bit of oversteer. Meanwhile, Maris is now right behind Pfeiffer. And that's Rodriguez up into P14. Pfeiffer down P15. And Maris looking to make a position. Coming through turns 13 and 14. Europe car, then chicane RACC, then through New Holland. The start of his race was a bit scary. He's had a couple drivers have a go at his seat on the top step of the podium, but he's maintained it all race long. It's Topinka winning round 3 here at Spain. Topinka, the winner.